Welcome everybody back to the channel. In this video we hop inside game and I cover my high round strategy that allows me to get to 50 to 100 plus and also get a ton of XP in the process. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. Alright, so we are loading inside of Liberty Falls. This strategy is pretty dang easy. It actually can get you to the highest rounds that you want to go to with ease. It doesn't really take too much setting up, of course. It's kind of like the other strategies, but not so much. I started with a pistol that I just need to get opal. I'm kind of camo grinding as well with doing this strat, and it's just kind of smart to do it that way, so therefore I can continue camo progressing and still get to high rounds and gain a ton of XP. Now, starting out your game, it doesn't really matter again what weapon you do bring in, because we're going to be going directly to the right side of the map once we have enough essence and just buying the good old GS45s akimbo. Now, you don't need to buy these, you can start with them, but the reason I do like to buy them is because you automatically get uncommon, which is super helpful in the early rounds. It can basically save you 500 salvage, which might not seem like a lot, but when you're first starting and you're trying to speedrun these rounds, it definitely can play a massive role in whether or not you're going to get to round 30 in 20 minutes or if it's going to take you 30 minutes. And at the end of the day, that really does matter when trying to race to whatever round you want to go to, whether it's round 50, 100, 200, 999. It all plays a massive role, man, because it can take you a long time to get to round 100 if you don't try and almost say speed run the entire thing. I usually like to stay in spawn till about round 7 or 8. It just kind of matters off of your essence. If you get lucky enough to get a few double points, then you will have about 13k, maybe even 15k by the end of round 7, which is kind of that good point to be, just so you can kind of leave spawn, pack a punch, get your rarity up, and kind of directly get into what strategy we're gonna do, so you can just continue racing to these high rounds. Because again, I like to go from round 1 to 30 as quickly as possible. That is almost like the slowest time it takes in this strategy, is actually just starting and getting to round 30. Once you get to round 30, you're pretty much set up and you can just go forever or whenever you want to go to as well. I usually like doing this strategy not necessarily just to go to high rounds, but to also grind opal on all my guns, because obviously in Liberty Falls you get a ton of manglers to spawn in, especially on the extremely high rounds. One thing I didn't say at the beginning is I also do recommend having the inducer on throughout this entire game, because it is going to speed things up, and without it on, it is so slow to play. So I really do recommend having it on if you can handle it, but I personally will say if you can't leave the inducer on, I don't recommend trying to go to round 100, to say the least. But overall, it definitely is pretty easy once you kind of get used to the inducer being on. So I definitely recommend keeping that on as well. But we can just continue taking down some of these zombies and work our way to Pack-a-Punch up top over there. I probably can just throw this. Kill some of those guys. We can go buy ammo, or we can just kind of chill and fight them with this other pistol. But I don't really want to do that. I think we can just go up here and buy some ammo real fast. We also need to purchase PhD. Now I use that Semtex so we can't throw it at the church to get a free rare tool once we hit round 10, or an uncommon right now. But we do have enough because we are running the suppressor on our actual GS45, which increases the salvage drop rate inside of the game, which makes sure on your loadouts you are using. Okay, let's go ahead and throw rare on this. Left us with some extra salvage. We still have 14k, so we can push in here and pack a punch, and then we can go buy PhD as well.
This is a pleasant surprise.
When using the GS45, you really got to make sure you're buying PhD, man, because you will kill yourself so fast. It's actually kind of crazy how fast you die. I have actually probably killed myself in this game more times than I think I've been killed by zombies. From exploding vehicles to shooting myself with the GS45s, to just doing something stupid has resulted in almost 90% of my deaths. We can drop down here real quick. I was going to grab that insta-kill or whatever it was up there, but it's not worth the risk of our life. Also, this is kind of common sense if you play, but try your best not to go down, because you only get 3 self-revives throughout your entire game, and if you use one on the early rounds, you're really going to hurt yourself in the long run. But okay, we have PhD. We need to get Speed, Cola, and Jug as well. So we can go ahead and do that. And then actually, I want to run up top here and just make my other pistol uncommon real quick, just so we can kind of deal a little bit of extra damage to whatever Manglers spawn in. Not necessarily for the strategy, but just for my own benefit. Okay. This round really shouldn't take long. But now what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the actual spawn area once we finish this round. They're already all spawned here, so we might as well just take them down here instead of making them respawn. There's that one. And you could do this at any point in your game. You do not need to do it right at the start. The GS45s are just literally on the wall at spawn, so it definitely does not need to be done right away. You could just wait a long time to actually get into this strategy. Again, you don't need to do it right at the beginning. And also, we're going to be wanting to get the jet gun for this, but I don't build it because I personally don't feel like you need it until you hit about round 30-ish. So you can literally just hit the box for it, and it is so easy to get out of the box once you hit round 30. It's definitely pretty quick, but by all means you can build it if you want to. So for the strategy, we're also rocking Turtle Shell as our Juggernaut augment, which we don't have Jug right now. But what I do is I sit right here, because right here you can just continuously spam. Zombies and Manglers are going to spawn up top there. They're going to hop down and make their way over here. But every zombie is just going to hop up on this ledge, in which you can use your GS45s to take down, which make it so easy. Try and take down this Mangler with my uncommon pistol real quick. There we go. Alright, there's the end of that round. And let's say you are in trouble, you can either turn around if you have Jug and Turtle Shell on and just let the zombies take your plates while you reload, or you pop your Ether Shroud. But you also can just jump and hit this zip line, leave this area, and then come over here and do the exact same thing right here. You just spam right here on the ground, and it just continuously goes so fast to do these rounds like this. And you're just going to do the same thing with the jet gun whenever you get to the higher-ish rounds with it, which we're going to do in this video because I do kind of want to show you guys exactly what I mean. But it definitely can be fairly simple to do this to get to round 100, but you do need to kind of master this a little bit. I don't expect you guys on your first game you play to be able to 100% do this fully and not mess up a few times, right? Because it happens. I still mess up a little bit with it, but once you kind of get this strategy down, it's so easy to go to high rounds, literally just with the jet gun and the GS45s. It's absolutely insane. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this strategy. We're going to sit here, we're going to pack a punch, we're going to kill zombies, we're going to go to higher rounds, and then I will see you guys once we are kind of on a decent amount of round to show you guys exactly what to do on the higher ones. Alright, so we are currently about to be on round 35. Now we have these triple packed legendary, and same with the actual jet gun. We don't have it packed yet though, which obviously you're going to want to do that, but you don't need it right away. So again, the strategy, we're going to want to be sitting at one of these corners of the zip line. Both of them work very well. We'll have to go through this round real quick so I can show you guys exactly what you want to do when the zombies spawn in, just so you guys can get a better idea of what to actually do with the jet gun, because it is a massive roll, especially after you get out of the 40s, considering your gun is just kind of not that good after about 40-ish. So you really are going to want to be able to use the jet gun to the best of its abilities. Vermin rounds sometimes take a while, so hopefully we can do these pretty quick. Sometimes, man, there are so many vermin that actually spawn in. It actually can be pretty crazy. Yeah, so this strategy can take you to 100, it can take you to 200, whatever you want to do, whatever you have the time to do. But remember, you also can save and quit as well, and just rejoin back and play your game later, which is such a cool option in this game. I definitely like that. And just suck some of these vermin in. See if we don't have to rebuy some ammo. Actually, real quick, what I'm going to do, Okay, that wasn't the last one. I'm gonna go pack this once real quick, just so we have it to there. At least all the way in here, we can just pull out the baseball bat so we can move a little bit quicker. We also do have a mutant injection. I would recommend you guys have a mutant injection or a chopper gunner or even a hellstorm. Realistically, it's best to have a mutant, but that is going to be your get out of jail free card. If you're about to die, just call in your streak. That is kind of what I save them for, which they are just so helpful, man, once you get into the higher rounds, for sure. Alright, hopefully this round can end anytime soon. Again, they take so long to actually finish up. That's the one thing that slows down the speed run of round 100 so fast. I've only been in this game for 30-ish minutes, maybe. A lot of it had to do with me hitting the box for the jet gun. Which, I mean, you can build it if you want to. I usually just join up and instantly start running to 30s. Basically speed run the entire start of the game, because like I was saying at the beginning of the video, that is the slowest time that the game is. But alright, so we're going to want to sit in here, and when the zombies start spawning in, we want to hold right trigger on our controller or whatever it is to start sucking in all these zombies. And then once you kind of get down to about 25-ish, 15, you want to hold left on your trigger, shoot that, swap to your pistols, and use these. Now you can turn around so you can take the turtle shell damage so you don't take much damage, or you can ether shroud, whatever you really want to do. It's definitely a very easy strategy. It can be done pretty easily, pretty quick. The rounds don't take long at all, especially with the jet gun. And then just swapping to this to kind of help take out some bosses or do something like that. It definitely can be pretty easy. Come on, Mr. Abomination. And then again, we can just pull it out. This Abomination's probably going to get in the way here for a second. We can kind of start it again. Use that. Swap. Sometimes it stalls whenever you're swapping. Just kind of regen real quick. Before we do that, keep kind of dealing some damage. That should be pretty much the end of the round. I did not actually mean to go down right there. That was foolish. But we can buy a self-revive. It's no big deal. We have some essence. We can also buy our perks again. But it definitely is pretty easy to kind of fly through these rounds, I would say. I want to head up there and buy Jug real quick before we start the next round. The Abominations are literally the only things that could cause a problem in your game. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple to do. Even, like, you can get a Abomination to spawn in and just call in, like, your Mutant Injection or your Chopper Gunner to just take it down. It's definitely a very good way to do it. Or you can just wait again for, like, the lasers. We went down again? That is insane. It's no big deal, though. We can just run around, mutant inject, the beginning of this round, and there's a chopper gunner over there. So we are good there. There's no issue whatsoever. We'll need to buy another self-revive, of course. But it's okay. We have the room for it. And you'll eventually get zombies to drop self-revives and stuff. So it's definitely not that bad. Even if you do go down a few times. Try and just stand at this window to take down as many manglers as possible. The specials and the elites are what's hard. The zombies don't really have anything to do with it actually being challenging. It's the easiest thing is actually killing the zombies, literally, which is kind of obvious, but still, you would think, you know, so many dang zombies, you would think they would be a problem, but at the end of it, it is super simple, literally. The only thing you got to worry about is the mass amounts of manglers spawning in. Grab all this ammo. And then let me buy Jug real quick. Again. And then there should be another zombie somewhere around here. He's over there somewhere. But I do want to buy a self-revive real quick. There we go. And then we can just head back up top and just keep repeating this. Same strategy all the way through. And it doesn't really get harder. The rounds just get longer. Right? So all you gotta do is just keep using your jet gun. Obviously you want to get this thing triple packed, of course. We got another GobbleGum coming in. What is it gonna be? Also, going to high rounds is one of the best ways you can get GobbleGums, especially the ultra and legendary ones. So if those are the ones you're kind of grinding for, then I definitely recommend to do this strategy just so you can kind of get more perkaholics, more ultras, stuff kind of like that. But yeah, this side's also very good as well. It's kind of up to you. I like to swap between both of them. It kind of just makes it a little bit more interesting than just sitting at one the entire time. For sure. We can do this. And swap. We gotta reload. Just spam the heck out of your GS45s. And then over here, if you play Liberty Falls, you know there's an ammo thing right in spawn. It's not a hard challenge to find it. It definitely is pretty easy. Use this. Bam. Okay, we got our Ether Shroud, but we can throw some of these thermo grenades. We can drop down, go buy some ammo real quick. Or you can just zip line to the other side and buy ammo. You don't have to drop down. But sometimes I like to try and be like 1 round per side, which isn't really too difficult of a challenge. You just drop down and then come back up. I do recommend running Ether Shroud though if you do have it unlocked. Again, it's just going to make your life easier. Use this a little bit more. Just keep using it. I don't know what the game's doing. There we go. Turn around and shoot at our feet. Turtle shell takes some damage. And just hop back up here. Ooh, bob and weave. All these manglers up here. So yeah, there was a round where we didn't need our chopper gunner. But yeah, using the jet gun, it is so easy to go for these high rounds. Or to just grind out, say, XP. I already ranked up twice this game, and I'm in the 50s. So it definitely is fairly good. Probably gonna need more ammo this round, but I'm gonna try and just use my chopper gunner when it comes to it. I'm throwing a plate real quick. Use this. There we go. An Ether Shroud real quick, just to kind of pick up some ammo from the manglers. Try and take this mangler down. Pick up some more ammo from him. Just spam a little bit down here. Try and deal a little extra damage. That's what matters. Our jet gun's full of ammo. Use this as much as possible. Watch it. Once it hits about 15, left trigger. Explosive. You probably will have your Ether Shroud by then. So you can just pop it again. Or you can swap to your pistols, you can jump to the other side. It's such an easy strategy. Like, I really can't express it enough how easy it is. It is not hard at all. So jet gun back, it is fully ammoed up. Kind of get this mangler to hop down here real quick. So we'll kind of deal some damage to him. At least a little bit of what we're doing. There we go. Can drop down. Because I do need to pick up some ammo, or we could have just pulled out our chopper gunner. It's pretty much the end of the round. We're getting close to it at least. And then that will be round 39. Max ammo. Just kind of finish some of these manglers off. Watch out for them shooting, dude. You will die so quick. No matter what you have. You really got to be paying attention. There we go. Got a few more. We better stem up. Just take these guys down. Then we just have this guy over here. There we go. Good deal. and that was round 39. Definitely pretty simple. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. That's pretty much the strategy. Definitely let me know what type of rounds you guys can get on, or what's your highest round right now inside of Liberty Falls or Terminus. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am out. Have a good one. Peace.